Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. That's right, people. Spider-Man Homecoming is finally here, so let's get it popping.
Welcome to the Kaiba Show.
So Spider-Man Homecoming stars Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., Michael Keaton, and Marissa Tomei. And basically the premise of the movie is it takes place several months after the events of Captain America Civil War, and we find Peter Parker struggling with trying to balance his high school life with being a superhero because he's trying to impress his mentor, Tony Stark, and let him know, like, hey, I'm worthy to be part of the Avengers, while a new threat emerges in the villain known as Vulture. So what worked for the movie? Let me start off by saying this, folks. Overall, Tom Holland was the best Peter Parker in Spider-Man. I like what Tobey did with Peter Parker, but his Spider-Man was lacking a little bit, and vice versa. Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man, but I didn't like his portrayal as Peter Parker. So in this movie, Tom Holland embodied both Peter Parker and Spider-Man, which really made the movie really good and fun to watch. The action sequences in the movies were pretty good too. The CGI and the special effects were on point. The story was pretty good too. Can't complain with that. I kind of like what they did with the storyline in this movie. And then I love the dynamic between Robert Downey and Tom Holland in this movie with their characters. They capitalized on what they gave us in Civil War and took it up another level. And we really got to see almost like a big brother, father figure type role model that Tony Stark was trying to be for Peter Parker in this movie, and I really like that. So what didn't work for the movie? I don't really have a whole lot to complain about. The only thing I can say is, for me, this is my personal opinion, in the beginning of the movie, some of the humor fell a little flat. Didn't really think it was too funny, but as the movie went along, the humor got better, and I actually laughed at a lot of the stuff that was going on once the movie progressed. And another thing that I could probably mention, and once again, this is my opinion, I felt like the fight scene at the end could have came a little bit harder, could have been a little bit more epic, especially after what we saw Spider-Man do in Civil War with that airport scene. So I felt like they should have capitalized on what they gave us in Civil War, and they should have made that fight scene at the end between Spider-Man and Vulture just come a little bit harder. And that's all I really got to say when it comes to what didn't work for the movie. So overall, folks, this movie has good action, it has a good storyline, and we get really good acting amongst our characters in this movie. And I think both comic book geek fans and the regular everyday moviegoer is going to enjoy this movie when they go see it. So on the Kaiba scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie a solid 8.5. So it's definitely worth seeing, regular admission price. If you have an IMAX theater in your local area, please go see it in IMAX. And it's definitely worth buying on Blu-ray when it comes out on Blu-ray and DVD. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. After hitting the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And please, once again, hit the like button and leave me a comment at the bottom.